What's happening, anglers? Welcome to vlog 2. Thought I'd give you a little update. It's now Wednesday, mid-May, about 19 degrees at the minute, and I did say in the last vlog that I was going to fish Tuesdays and Thursdays, but I did forget that I've got a weekend of fishing planned at Prior Fisheries, and I've got a special guest, one of my good mates, Steve-O. Big up, Steve. And I'm really looking forward to that. So instead of doing the Tuesday and Thursday plus the weekend, I wouldn't have seen my kids that much, and my wife and kids, so I can't go that long without my family. But yeah, well, I'm here now. I've come over the lake today, and I'm just basically getting out the deeper. I'm using the deeper today. I'm going to sonar out a few swims, possible swims that I could be fishing this weekend. They could be taken. I might not even be able to get on them, but you know, it's a new lake to me. I don't really know what's out there. You can hear, you can get a word of the people with what's out there, blah blah blah. But for me, deeper, that tells me exactly what I want to see. And I'm a bit of a techie carper, to be fair. Not like my mate Steve. I've been calling analog Steve. Don't get me wrong, it does work. Of course it does work for many years, but I'm a strong believer in technology can help me out here. So I thought I'd just do a quick video on what I'm using to do this, and yeah, map out a few swims and get sorted, and hopefully by Friday, when I get over here straight after work, I might be able to find something when I get home on a lake book, and then I'll be able to pinpoint exactly where I want to fish on any one of them swims. So yeah, right now I've got me deeper just sitting in the water at the minute, but I've come over here just with my rod, my spod reel. I'll tell you what I'm using. I'm using the Dower emblem spod reel. I'll tell you what about that reel as well. I did have a bit of a bog standard reel, to be fair, when I was using it for my MUKKA or even for the deeper, and it's the same when spodding. They're both the same reels, and they're pretty standard. But I've got over here, and this lake's a lot bigger, and you know, I ain't the biggest caster because I ain't really been on a massive lake, if you like. You know, I'm not really at to test myself, but I weren't really getting where I wanted to be. So what I've done, I've got myself a couple of new reels, couple of new spod reels, the Dower emblems, like I say, and I'll tell you what, I've gained about 16 yards. So it's about four rod lengths just with the reel. Do you know what it is? It's that lip there at the top of the spool. It's that lip there at the top of the spool that's definitely allowing me to cast that a bit further. So yeah, I've got the emblem. I'm just using a Gray's MUKKA rod for me deeper. I've got my deeper here. Got a night cap on it as well, just in case it flies off. I'm using on the reel, I'm using the Carp SLR single strain braid. Help me get that little bit more distance, along with 30-pound armour cord attached to and then the deeper attached to that. I'll come over here with my iPad. My eyesight is terrible. My eyesight is absolutely terrible. I used to be a photographer, so I bought me my tripod. For any of you thinking, go on, I hope it falls in the water. No, it's not going to fall in the water. It's an heavy duty tripod. It's not going nowhere. Not even the wind's going to blow that baby over. So you're shit out of luck there. But yeah, I'm gonna deep out a few more swims before I go, and then I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll show you what I'm going to do after, when it comes to pinpointing exactly where I fish. Because even though you get the deeper out in the lake, I find that you've still got a lot of slack on the braid or line, whatever you're going to use. So, you know, once you start seeing it on there and you think, oh, you're on GPS, I don't really feel comfortable that I'm on that spot where I've sonared. So if I go on lake book, which if you've got a deeper, it's connected to that, and all your GPS coordinates and everything else that you've done, you can locate on Lakebook, and you can also find the exact distance. And if you're using satellite imagery, you can measure the distance from where that swim was, and you can even pick up the feature. So, you know, if you're looking at a certain place on the horizon, you can pinpoint that and get the exact distance. So Lakebook is definitely crucial for pinpointing, and hopefully that gives me the little edge over Analog Steve and all these other analog lot. I don't know, we'll see. Depends where the fish are.
Right, anglers, as I was saying earlier, I wanted to sonar so many swims and get as much detail as possible. And if you can see here now, there's this over here. There was 2 swims that I got the deeper out of. Tried to get as big of area as I possibly could there. Obviously there's people fishing there, so I couldn't sonar as much as I wanted to, and without disturbing everyone and pissing people off. So I sort of stayed away from them and done whatever I could whenever I could. So if you can see here, this is probably the best area I could see. I found a lot of weed. If you can see down here, this is representing all the weed, vegetation, etc. And the way this bottom bit is down here, it's telling me that it's a hard bottom. But if I click up, if I get the deeper over onto here, it will skip onto this part of the swim. This swim was called Waldies. Now if I go over, look, you can just see there's just vegetation everywhere. And as I was deeper in, I did find a spot, and I also took a picture and used my finger as a guideline, so I know what I'm casting at next time when I go over there. But look, for this is all pop up. I want to pop up over here. Here we go. Right, so we're here. Now using the deeper, I found a little spot area here. Now if I just leave that over here and come over to here, I can measure out the distance from that swim. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to zoom over here. Now this is what I love about this, is if I just get the line, click on here, that is that spot. And this is the swim where I was casting at. If I was probably standing, well no I was standing there. Look, straight away there, 171 foot. Now look at the photo that I took. I know when I go on that swim, I know what I'm aiming at. That is my distance. So to Analog Steve, I can now zone in on where I am quite quickly and get there very, very fast without making no disruptions on the session when we do the weekend. This is what I'm talking about, Lakebook. This is what I'm talking about, techie carpers. It's all about being a techie carper. And I can't wait to see Analog Steve this weekend. Let's have it, brother. Let's get that big old girl out. Happy days. I want to keep it short and sweet. There you go. Peace out, people.